Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Throwing to start here is Tua. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here is Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He's across midfield, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Put on a very strong gain of 24. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Powers through. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Snell. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving touchdown.
A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Down the left sideline. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. When you look at this defense, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done right.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And all this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To the air again, Herbert. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one.
Commanders 21. Eagles.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Tua. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Philadelphia.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Fine time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken at around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. The offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And an Eagle first down.
Tua now on first down. Finds Gibbs on the check down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. Hard running at the 15. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How about the way they're moving the ball down?
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Justin Herbert as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles 10,
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
35, Eagles 17.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the...
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Tua. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Down the left sideline, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Herbert. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Christian Watson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. No problem there on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 49, Eagles 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kyle Pitts, 64 yards. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Eagles 31.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that two-game losing streak. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This ball down the field for Pitts. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Trying the left side. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Herbert now. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That 2 is going to change things up.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Kyle Pitts with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. A complete once again to Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Tua going to throw. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Here's 2nd and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.